what I find is that it's easy to criticise. It's simple. Like, you can pick anything apart. What is challenging is creating. And when you create something, you really want feedback from people that are also familiar with creating. And I think there's a lot of us out there that are too scared to create, and that's on you. And if you want to criticise, I think it's a pretty, and you're not going to create anything, I think it's a pretty chicken shit way of going about your life. Because you stay small. Like, you don't challenge yourself, you don't put yourself out there to be vulnerable. Like, if you're going to be in the cheap seats, if you're going to be yelling out from the bleachers, how someone should do their job, or how someone should play a game, because you've watched like 30 games or 40 games or 50 games, and you're a pro on how everyone needs to behave and what they should be doing. But if you've never actually been in the game, the pressure, the body burning from having to run, or the eye-hand coordination, being aware of where all your teammates are. Like, if you've never been in the game, then how can you really know what it's like to make decisions when you're in the game? So I feel like this video is about the people that enjoy standing on the outside, looking in and criticising, particularly with politics. I think it's easy to criticise a politician. It's easy to point out their flaws, or anybody that's in the public eye. I think it's really easy. You dig up some trash from their past, you misquote something, you find a section of what they've said and quote it out of context, which is really popular at the moment, taking things out of context, little snippets of videos, partial quotes from Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. It's really easy. It's easy to discredit someone. It's easy to throw mud. And there's people that get paid to do it, they enjoy it, and there's no ethical qualms. Doesn't seem to affect their values. But I can't help but wonder if they do feel what they're doing is unethical. I do wonder if they go home at night and actually wonder if they're doing something that's ethical, or they justify it, which all humans can justify evil. It's very easy to do. We don't think that we're capable of it. We always think it's the bad people, the bad man, the bad entities in your circles, the bad peoples. But I think we're all capable of evil. We all have a shadow. And people that stand on the outside love swimming in that shadow and pointing out flaws, not realising that they're not being vulnerable, they're not taking a chance. So I think whenever you think about giving feedback to someone that's uninvited, just keep that in mind. Make it short, succinct, but just be aware that if you're not in the game, like, your credibility on what you have to say is limited. And that goes for me too. So, because I can be critical as well. There's been plenty of times when I've thought I could do a better job and comment out of context, without realising that someone's actually been going through some issues of their own, or the work up to that particular meeting, that they weren't present. You know, something's gone on at home, something's gone on in the office, something's gone on with their child or their mother or father, and you just put your foot in it. And just put my foot in my mouth, just being critical, just taking things out of context. So just be mindful I think it's important to speak your truth, but just be mindful that you don't know what's going on in other people's lives, and you need to create space for the critics if you're going to be in the public sphere. That's what you need to do. The Queen of Vulnerability, Brené Brown, says you got to create space for your critics. So, thank you for listening. Here's some space for you.